You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON Radio Stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is September 18th, 2019. It's a Wednesday. They call it Hump Day because we're getting over the hump of the week, middle of the week, right down the middle, splicing it in half. Now it's the good half. Monday and Tuesday, didn't like it. Had to work a lot. Felt like it. Beginning of the week, many days to go. Now that tomorrow's Thursday, yay, one more day, it's Friday, then oh no, it's going to be Sunday, I got to work on Monday. It's a never-ending cycle. But here we are. GUFON Radio Stream. I'm happy to see everybody coming in the chat room here on YouTube. Welcome to kingdomofniradio.com, streaming the show live. And we have a great show for you tonight. It's number 136 or 7, something like that. I think I didn't change it, to be honest with you. I think it's show 137. Is it? Let's see. It is. I did change it. Yeah, this show, I think, is now a year old. September 1st, I think it was. Around there. We'll double check. But yeah, GUFON Radio is now a year old. And we're creeping up on 650,000 subscribers. At least I like to say it that way. Makes me feel like I'm bigger than I really am. No, we're only at 620-something, but we were just at 435 exactly a week ago. So we've been moving up in the world. And I am happy to see that the analytics are playing a little favoritism towards little Richie G and GUFON Radio Stream. We needed a boost, didn't we? Makes me feel good, like all this hard work wasn't for nothing. It was almost like a 1-year anniversary birthday gift from YouTube's. Here you go, Rich. Here's 100 new subscribers. Enjoy. I would never turn that down, even when I get to 1 million. Huh? It'll happen. I'm going to keep this show till we get to 1 million. And then I'm going to quit. Nah, hell no. I'll probably be 60 years old. Can you imagine Little Richie G at 60? I wonder when I'll start getting gray hair on top of my head. Still don't have any. I don't know if I'm thinning. And my hair just doesn't grow as thick and as fast as it used to. God, I hate getting old. Anyway, talking about tonight, I will be doing something extremely exciting in the second hour. And I believe this will probably be one of the most fun shows I've done. I'm going to remote view whoever's here in the second hour in the chat room on YouTube. I'm going to remote view you. You, where you're at, what you're... Now, here's the kickback on this. And this is what I don't like, because every time I try to do something like this, especially in the old days when I tried doing all sorts of games and game shows and quizzes, people would automatically cheat, lie, make up. You know, they just wouldn't follow the rules. So if I was to remote view you, you know, I want truthfulness out of you. I don't want you to lie and say you're wrong, wrong, wrong. And I don't want you to say you're right, right, right. I want the truth. I'm going to try it. And if I feel like it, because, you know, I believe I might be one of those psychic things. What do they call those people? Psychics. No, I don't. I've always played one when I was young. And it grew up. I've never gotten away from it. And I make fun of a lot of psychics. I can't stand them because most of them are fake. I haven't found anybody who's legit. You know who I think's legit? Me. To the average that would come to someone who would just be guessing. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. Sylvia Brown is no better than, you know, Von Prague. Here we've got 6. I see 6. What is that? 6. Oh, it's just fantastic. I see a lot of problem. Your mother's the 90. She's 90. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of coughing. Like she's got some breathing. Yeah, 90 years old. People have a hard time breathing. Not too bright there, Johnny. I get something with the walking. Like she used to be a dancer. How old is your mother? 100. I see her walking with a walker. Am I right? I am right, aren't I? No. Little Richie G doesn't play that stuff. I'm doing it for real. I'm going to remote view you to the best I can. If I feel that I'm being lied to, I'm just going to revote. That's not easy to say every time you have to say it. Remote view. Maybe I'll remote view something that nobody can cheat me on. I don't know. I'm doing it. So that's what's happened. What else am I? Oh, Mantis Man. How about this dude in Jersey? Mantis Man. There's a couple really good stories I'm going to tell you about. In Jersey, they see this thing. I don't know if you ever heard of it. You know, the Mantis Man could very well be the other topic I want to jump into, which is the new super soldier. Wouldn't that be great if the Mantis Man just, it was a dude, but, you know, stepped in a little bit of nuclear waste. I don't know. Drinking out of a bad hose in Chernobyl. Maybe. Maybe it's District 9. It's that guy. That's what it reminded me of when I heard the story today. I heard of Mantis Man, but it was such a long time ago, and I probably said, no, not talking about Mantis Man. But there have been reports recently of this Mantis Man in Jersey. So we'll talk about him, her, whatever. Use the correct pronoun. Ufologists should know what pronoun to use. All right, it. That's not nice. You're a racist towards gay people and herbivores. What? Meat eaters, you vegan. You're not making sense. I know. I'm confused. Can't you tell? Yeah. What am I doing? What else are we doing? Oh, yeah, ufology. Tonight's class 1, ufology 101. We're gonna start keeping track of ufology. I'm not going to give out tests. I'm not going to grade you. But you will be expected to be in class when I say we're going to now talk about ufology for 15 minutes, and you are going to learn how to become a UFO person. You can't say it. You can't know. You can't say, because nobody is. That's why. There are no experts in ufology. You can't be an expert if you can't touch them, you can't cut into them, and barely see them. Oh, God, I got to talk about this first. Speaking of which, let me pull me back up here. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm staying off the nose. I almost said Zozo. Zozo, the Ouija board demon. Isn't that what that is? We've got a head of coffee here. Look at the size of this thing. I got a head of coffee. You could put a whole pot of soup in here. But it's about 3/4 filled with caramel and vanilla coffee. And it is a Kroger brand. But it is delish. And it's friggin' hot. So, hold on. I can't. My throat is... I've got cotton mouth so bad. What? What was that noise? I heard a bong. Does he have a bong on YouTube? Somebody call YouTube police. What's the number? YOU, I got it. TUBE. That's the number, 1-800-YouTube. Gonna get me in trouble for fake pot smoking. Smoke pot. It's one of those nights. So I gotta laugh because Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio had Grant Cameron on last week. I think it was Friday, Thursday, one of those nights. Holy mackerel. Can that guy speed talk or what? Well, Dave, let me tell you something. You see, there's in the Illuminati. You see, they were the nuts and bolts and the real people who created man. See, and a lot of people think that we are in their image and that we are the images of their God, which they think is God. God is them, so they created us in their image. But therefore, it just doesn't matter because whatever you want to do when you look into the mirror and you see yourself, you can say, I'm a God. Because I sometimes believe that maybe I am a God because I write so many books and they make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know what I mean, let me explain what I mean. Here's what it is. Have you ever been to Walmart? Me too. And let me tell you something about Walmart. Walmart is corrupt, underground. It is run by the military. Military, Dave. Military. I got evidence. I'll bring it out in about 3 weeks as soon as I'm done talking here. And what I'm going to do is explain. I'm going to break down and explain how the Mantis man it's really a man. It's really a man who was once a man, boy, child, infant that was given birth and born into this world from God knows where. Nobody knows. How does he become Mantis, Dave? Dave? Anyway, as I was saying, Dave. Hey, are you there? Okay, great. I didn't know if I lost you right there. You know what I mean? It was just like I got Admiral Wilson and then Richard Dolan. He came over and we were drinking coffee. And this coffee was really good, Dave. It was really good. I mean, you should see the grains of beans. I've never seen any grains of beans like these, Dave. I couldn't believe it. I looked inside of there. I swear to God, there was a God in my cup of coffee. It was so good. It was so delicious. It was brewed just perfectly. And then when it got down to room temperature, forget about it. We gave it a reheat in the microwave for 1 minute. Don't go over a minute, Dave, because you can over-insulate the outside of your microwave. Did you know what over-insulation is on the outside of your microwave? It's something that I can't even get into right now because I don't know the mathematics of it all, but I'm telling you, it's true. And Tesla was right. Well, that's interesting, Grant. Tell us how when you were, the guy just went on and I was like this. What'd he say? Who's he doing? He did what? What's he saying? And I'm in the chat room and people are like, dude, relax. What is this guy on? I thought it was so fun to listen to. I fell asleep. Because Grant can do that to you. The guy can talk 1,000,000 miles an hour. God knows what the hell he's talking about. But he can put you to sleep. It gets a little bit too much. It's like, all right, bro, breathe, breathe, breathe. Freaking A, man. But all the information that comes out of that guy, forget it. It's like an Encyclopedia Britannicus. Another interesting thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, but there have been angels seen in a Missouri tornado, and many other Midwestern tornadoes have seen what are being dubbed as the butterfly people. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Now, I find that funny that they call what looks like an angel, because it's got the wings, has a head, a little body, but it seems to be focusing on the children and communicating with the children during storms. For instance, I was watching this TV show, and this lady has 5 kids, and the tornado's coming. And she takes them all into the closet, pretty much in the center of the house. They put a mattress up against the door. They cover themselves in clothes and blankets. And all of a sudden, the roof flies off the top of the house. And the son is holding on to his mother while she's praying out loud. Oh, Lord, please don't let them take us away one by one, because it's what they do with the UFOs. What? So she's praying to Jesus, UFO Jesus. And the kid, her son, I think he was 10, he's sitting there looking up through the hole in the roof. You know, they're in the closet. And he looks up, and this being is communicating with him. Now, they never told us what he said, what the butterfly thing said. But he's like, Mom, look. And she didn't see it. Now, the weird thing is, hundreds of miles around where these tornadoes went down during that week, other children in Missouri were reporting the same exact story. You know what the skeptics say? I love this. And God loved me a skeptic. They were a little overexcited. They were scared. They imagined it. It's kind of like when people get scared and they're out in the woods and they mistake a bear for Bigfoot. I don't buy it. I have been scared to death and didn't look at an animal. Oh, look at that cat. Oh my God, it's a big giant squirrel beast. No, I didn't do that. I didn't say that's a Littlefoot in my house. I didn't say that when I was scared being chased down and shot at by some people in the middle of the woods one night. No. When you get really scared, and I've been very scared to think where I'm dead. I'm going to die. I can't believe this is how I'm going to die. You know, you don't look at something or imagine it. I don't buy it. I don't buy that bull crap. What is it? A lie. That's a basic lie. There's no proof of that. Yes, there is, Rich. No, there isn't. You can't have proof of it. You're just getting stories from people. But I don't believe that a lady was in her house doing dishes, looks outside because the alarm went off. The sensor detected something in her yard, turned on the floodlights, and it was a huge 9-foot Bigfoot looking through into her house. Motherfuck. Is this thing... I'll be right back. Well, remind me where we left off. Bigfoot house. Got it. You don't get to do the coffee explanation. The coffee's my thing. You do the nose and you do the Red Bull. I don't like this new idea. You didn't discuss it. Jaime, you do whatever makes me get speedy. That's sugar. What if it's B12 or some nutrients? What if it's a natural drink I could give to you? Oh, all right, I'd accept that. Yes, it's a 5-hour energy drink. Rish is going to drink the pomegranate now, even though he has the coffee. What are you're gonna make my heart jump out of my chest? Drink it up, a-hole. No. Drink it up or I will not come back. Everybody back? All right. So, thanks for... I just happened to glance down. I didn't see me moving, so I knew something went wrong. The lady looks outside her house, wasn't scared. She was doing dishes, looks outside and sees a 9-foot-tall Bigfoot looking back at her. It wasn't a bear. She knows what bears look like. She lives around. It had sort of a man's face. She saw a Bigfoot. And not only that, it came back like a week later. I don't know. It's one of those popular stories out in, I think it was Arkansas. I don't know. Something started with a vowel. Richard, time to drink. I'm not drinking that and the coffee. All right, we'll see. So I don't buy that these people are just imagining seeing this butterfly. Now, what's really weird about it, in this part of the country, these people go to church, like religiously. I know, it's a bad joke, but you know what I mean. Not like Bible thumpers, but like just before you become a Bible thumper, like you must go to church, you must read the Bible every night. Pray before you go to bed, pray before and after you eat. After, just in case what you ate will kill you. So it's not like these people wouldn't have thought it was an angel. They didn't say it looked like an angel. None of them did. It was angel-esque, but a butterfly person? And it was protecting this family over the roof blew off. So as it's protecting all the debris from hitting them or ripping down the closet, this kid is getting messages from this thing. And it's happened. They actually drew a mural of it in downtown. It's, you know how they do the artwork. It looks like professional graffiti. And you can see like big ones and little ones that look like children flying around. It's very cool. How does this happen? Is that something that's in all of us? Like when you think you're really going to die. Like your brain just goes somewhere? No. Here's what I think happens. This is the honest to God's truth. I think this is real. Excluding the lady with the Bigfoot. These kids with the butterfly people. I think it's possible when your adrenaline's going, especially when you're very young, and you don't know life at all. You could have a lot more of that adrenaline going through your body. And I think it triggers something in your brain. Increases serotonin. What is that what they call it? Something like that. And I think it opens up a doorway. I think an experiment that should be done, and it may be done, that we just don't hear about it because it's like on the border. Well, it's brutal. Having people imagine they're really going to die and see if they can imagine seeing things. I'm sure they've done tests like that, scaring people and see, that's what sucks. It's like if you know you're going to be in a controlled environment, like that test would have to be done a certain way, that you would have to get all the little things on them. Like how do you get them to give their bodies readings without them knowing? Like you can't put devices on their bodies without someone knowing. Richard, drink it. No, I'm not. Doesn't make sense. How can we do a test like that? I don't think you can. That's the thing. Unless you tell these people, like, you're going to be part of a study, we can't tell you what it is, and literally have them sign their lives away and maybe push them out of an airplane or actually, with the parachute, but you don't tell them it's a parachute on their back. They think they're going to die. See how their brain reacts. Take some people out unknowingly and make believe that they're attacked by a native tribe and they're going to behead I was saying, don't say dehead, and I said dehead. They're going to behead some people. Shouldn't it be deheading? They're detaching, so why don't they dehead somebody? I hate beheading. It should be deheading. I think there should be a vote on that in the dictionary world. Coffee. You can hear my gizzard sucking it down. Oh, God. God, I make good shitty coffee. My throat's burning. Stop it. Stop it. So, I started thinking about, well, maybe the Mantis man isn't what people think it is. But the stories that these guys are out there in New Jersey fishing, and he turns around and he can't believe what he's seeing. He's like adjusting his eyes. Like he's been fishing at this place in Jersey since he was 3-4 years old. He's like 45. And he sees this insect that was huge, man size, with eyes, big black eyes in front, you know, just like a praying mantis. And it's got the little, what do they call those? The mandibles. And he said, this thing saw me and did not want me around. And then he said at one point, he felt as if it was not controlling him, but was in his head. Said when the thing walked away, it kept looking over its left shoulder at him. The way this guy told the story, I believed him. I believed he saw the man. I'm just going to say it. He saw it. Now, if I saw something like that and had to convince you guys, I know you would say, Rich didn't really see that. Heck, you would even have to question your own sanity with some of the things that people are talking about seeing. So I understand if you would be skeptical of this story. But when these witnesses talked about it, they didn't look like they were lying at all. So I believe they saw what they saw. The only way I would believe them 100% is if I saw it. But let's say for the sake of argument that they did see these mantis men. How? The guy said it was walking away. As it's walking away, it's looking over its left shoulder, and it slowly disappeared, like on a dimmer switch. He said, now, I felt it was invisible, but it cloaked that it was still there. Couldn't see it, but I felt like it was still there. Not that it disappeared, but it cloaked. Well, we know that there are creatures like the octopus. Heck, I think, praying mantis even do that, don't they? They look like sticks, like branches. They just don't move. And then their body turns brown like a branch. You wouldn't know if it was there, and then they gobble up whatever comes near them. Well, I'm going to play one of these mantis stories. I think I have it set up already. Oh, boy, I got a nice little treat for you here in a minute. Nice little treat for everybody. All right, here we go. Let me get this for you. This is Mantis Man. Let's learn a little bit. You can see it behind me.
Hello, and welcome to the Mantis Man.
That's not him.
A few weeks ago, during my live stream, the leader of my notification squad, Alien Light. Within this, we will discover what happened. As a note, I want to claim it as such. The state of New Jersey is most famous for the cryptid known as the Jersey Devil. But along the Musconetcong River, near Hackett's Town, we find an equally strange creature. Simply known as the Mantis Man for its characteristic descriptions that resemble the more diminutive insect, the praying mantis. Most sightings claim this being ranges from 6 to 8 feet tall, is a dark green to brownish color, and has a remarkable ability to become invisible when seen. Unlike most paranormal encounters, this being doesn't have a real long history, as, from what I can ascertain, the first reported sighting occurred around 2004, and the last was in 2014. Starting with the earliest encounter in 2004, a man and his boss were out fly fishing in the Musconetcong River. The two were about chest deep in water when suddenly one of the men became aware of movement on the nearby bank out of the corner of his eye. When he turned to look at what was moving, he was met with the image of what he described as a Mantis-looking humanoid. In his description, the being was greenish in color, had gangly limbs, and was 7 feet tall, and its face was triangular with angled black eyes. While he at first thought it resembled a giant grasshopper, he was clear to state that it wasn't bug-like, and that its arms and legs, while strange, were human-like. As he looked at the being on the bank, the creature stared back at him, almost seeming to be shocked that the man was able to see him. It was at this point that the creature dematerialized mid-stride. After that moment, the creature wasn't spotted again. In the man's own words, he claims to have had experiences with ghosts and shadow people in the past, so this incident really didn't startle him. He thinks this fact is what really seemed to unnerve the being that he saw that day. In early 2002, a sighting occurred by a man and his brother while they were out fishing in Stevens State Park. Apparently, it was late in the day when the encounter occurred. Not long into their trip, one man suddenly felt a strange vibration in his right ear. Turning to see what was causing the issue, he saw a 6 to 7 foot tall Mantis creature standing near him. The being was said to be grayish black, and after a moment of staring at the man, it vanished into thin air. According to the encounter, the man's brother was 50 yards upstream from him, and when he first saw the creature, he peed his pants. After this, he knelt in the water to hide the accident from his brother. What makes this story unique is that while many people...
All right. Hold the phone. The guy actually admitted he peed his pants. Really? Come on, man. Don't do that. Why would he have to do that? I don't know what to say. Well, let's move on. Is this working? Hold on a second. Okay. It doesn't look right on... Hold on. All right, here we go.
People look skeptically at his encounter. He has never changed his story and had been very emotional about talking about it to the point where he would break down in tears. This fact, tied with the admittance of urinating on himself, oddly enough, lend credibility to the story. The last known encounter occurred between July 22nd and the 25th in 2014. A man, wishing to remain anonymous, was driving home from a trip to the store along the Musconetcong River when he noticed something odd walking along the waters. At first he assumed it was a fisherman, but as he slowed down to get a better look, he realized it was a strange Mantis-like creature that was partially transparent. He described it as being pale brown, about 8 feet tall, having a smaller head and very spindly limbs. The next day he mentioned the sighting to a co-worker who directed him to a website dedicated to the Mantis Man. Now all those sightings fall into a category that I normally shy away from due to the generic term of some man being used all the time. However, in this situation I can understand people not wanting their names to be tied to something as odd as this. In my personal life, my father has on occasion seen strange UFOs which he frequently tells me about, and each time I tell him he needs to report them to MUFON.
Boo.
On occasion he has taken my advice, but when they contact him back, he asks me to talk to them, which I won't since I didn't see it. The reason behind his behavior is that he fears public ridicule. This sort of mentality is so frequent in the paranormal world, and it really is a shame. With all those reports out of the way, it leaves us with one burning question.
Don't you think that this is alien? Right? Don't you believe that that's all we're looking at here is just an alien being? That's what it seems like to me. And you know, the New Jersey Devil is in the same parts. So I'm wondering if the New Jersey Devil and the Mantis Man are maybe one and the same, right? Or completely different. I mean, what else would it be? I know, but I'm just thinking out loud, trying to figure this out. It's just amazing to me the things that people see. And imagine all the reports that aren't sent in or called in. Just sad. That's what little Joe Blue here is saying. All right, back to the show.
what exactly is the Mantis Man? A lot of people like to somehow pull comparisons of this being to the Mothman, but I don't see it. The only explanation that fits with the stories, and is one that I couldn't shake from reading the encounters, is the alien race frequently and coincidentally named the Mantis.
There you go.
In all reports, the beings don't look like a praying mantis with hooks for arms, but they in fact look human with a mantis-style head. In doing some research, the Mantis aliens fit the description to a T, with them frequently being described in the various colors that have been reported and are about 7 to 8 feet tall. They are said to have a triangular head with slanted black eyes and a segmented style body. Sometimes these beings have been seen wearing colorful robes as well.
Robes. It's
Within
UFO
the UFO
Jesus.
community, these beings are frequently seen as the leaders of the typical gray aliens, and are commonly known for their involvement in medical procedures done on abductees. For the most part, these beings are not considered nice, and simply view humans as a resource. What lends to more evidence of the two being one and the same is that it has been reported by abductees that the Mantis aliens can shapeshift, as well as travel between dimensions.
Look, this shape-shifting thing is getting, like, out of control. I almost want to say I believe it. I believe it can happen. The only reason I say that, a couple of things, but the main one is the strangeness that's occurred around my place. And other things. I mean, there have been credible people talking about shape-shifting. And I don't know if it is shape-shifting or if it's maybe a different angle. I don't know. It's cloaking. I don't know. There's just too many things we don't understand. That's why I always say, do the research yourself. I think we talked about this enough. So I want to run something by that I thought was kind of a little funny to me today, what happened. So I go to the vape shop after work, and I buy a little coil for this thing. And a lady walks in, and a description of the woman, I guess her age might be 50, but she looks 70. She looks like she's fallen on hard times. Really skinny, real wrinkly, missing a tooth. And you know, she talks like this. I can't do any voices. My throat's killing me. But she has that hard smoker's cough. So, and she's got brittle looking gray blonde hair. Like her hair was blonde, but is now turning grayish white. And it kind of looks like it's dry, like brittle, like dry. I don't know other way to put it. So that's the type of woman that walked into this place. So I'm getting ready to purchase this thing, and she goes, "Hey, I saw that sticker on your car of the little alien there." And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Did you hear DeLong?" Oh, first she didn't say that. Let me take it back. She goes, it was that singer guy. And I'm thinking, singer guy. Oh, I go, "You mean DeLong, Tom DeLong?" She goes, yeah. He released 3 photos today, and the government said that they're legitimate. His UFOs were legitimate. She goes, "Did you hear about that?" I go, when did this happen? She goes, "Oh, earlier today." So I go, "No, but I'm going to look it up on my way home," which I didn't until I got home, because it's very unsafe to do that. Texting, looking at your phone while driving, very bad. Don't do it. So I didn't. But when I got home, I pulled up the story, and it was, yesterday or the day before, that it was today. Tom DeLong. Now, this is what's really this is what me and Dave talked about last week. We talked about it Monday again, and I talked about it on the show. How is it possible that if these are videos from the Navy, the government's Navy, how does To the Stars Academy get ownership of them? And not giving credit to the Navy on TV shows and other places like that. And today, it said Tom DeLonge's UFOs deemed legitimate. So today had nothing to do with new evidence, pictures from Tom DeLonge's archives. That's what this lady told me it was. All it had to do was the nimble, the gimbal, and the go fast. You know what I mean. And that the Navy is deeming them legit. Well, of course they're gonna say it's legit. It's from them. What are we doing? Wait a minute. What? They're DeLonge's, and it says To the Stars Academy on it. Tom DeLonge's UFOs now deemed credible by the Navy. Navy! It's theirs. How is it Tom's? I'm confused. I said, what is going on in this world? How does he... I don't know. Isn't it theirs? Isn't it the Navy's? Shouldn't they be saying, hey, that's our videos. Of course they're real. It's ours. It's not Tom DeLonge's. Shame on you, Tom DeLonge, calling our videos your videos. Well, I bought them. He must have bought them, right? Or because of all the people that are involved in this, they just let To the Stars Academy and Tom DeLonge take ownership of them. I don't know. But they give Tom DeLonge credit. They're his. I mean, I'm not lying. I mean, I think I can even pull up well, take my word for it. It's true. I'm not going to pull it up. Look it up yourself. It's true. Tom DeLonge's 3 UFOs are real. No shit. Sherlock. Of course, they're your videos. This is like saying, you see that you see that money over there, Rich? You can have it. No, don't. You can't. No, yeah, go ahead. Can I keep the money? You can have it, but you can't keep it. Can I spend it? No, but you can tell people that's your money, but you can't spend it. So it'll be mine if I want to tell people it's mine, but I can't have it. Right. You see, you're getting it now. You can use our money to make yourself look cool, but it's still our money. That's like telling DeLonge, you can use our videos, even take credit for it. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, do they think we're that stupid now? I don't get this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's their videos. Is it not the Nimitz? That was from the Navy. Yes or no? 2004. Yes, it was. Of course it was. You know all about it. The FLIR video with the fleet. Pilots saw that, right? Okay. And the Go Fast, the one the one 5 feet above the ocean, that Navy's too, right? The pilots? Yeah. Okay. So why are they saying they're Tom DeLonge? Oh, Tom DeLonge. Because it doesn't say Tom DeLonge's representing these UFOs. They're saying they're his. What's going on, man? What does it mean? What does it mean? Does it mean that they're his because, it's Tom DeLonge, To the Stars Academy? Why not give it back to Elizondo? Elizondo did all the hard work in the last couple of months, right? Last 7 months? I don't know what's going on. Something's wrong. I'm telling you. Richard, you drank it. I knew if I put it out in front. Shut up. Haha, you drink it. I bet you feel good, yeah? No, I feel great. I know you do. I put a little yayo in the cap. What? I'm joking. It's B12. Calm down. So, I don't know, man. I thought now this is the reason I was telling you the story about the lady with the dry head of hair and no tooth. Like, she had a missing tooth, just like Richie from Boston. Beautiful, beautiful. It just goes to show you. Because this lady was saying, oh man, I'm really into those UFOs. I really do. I sit down, have a carton of cigarettes, and then I do a couple of lines of ash. I take it all in. She says, "Oh, I read up on all that stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's going on." Now, she's talking about how she's into this, into UFOs. She believes it, yet didn't know that these were the same 3 videos from 3 years ago. It just goes to show you that To the Stars Academy, their little narrative, their little adjustment in the Bureau did not change anything in ufology. Didn't change a damn thing. You know, the biggest thing that you're going to tell me is, well, the Navy now accepts their pilots, their reports on UFOs. You know what? Even though they said they weren't, they were. It's all a joke. Just like, you see, this is what bothers me about the whole thing. I said it on Monday. They're now talking to Italy and Iran and all the other countries with navies and jets, and supposedly they're all worried that the UFOs or the aliens flying them are going to accidentally start a World War III. Don't you think? Right there. That piece is their foot in the door, the narrative that would be the kickoff to the false flag alien invasion. Don't you see how they're throwing it out there right now? Is it just to see how we would react to it? Look, they're crying wolf again. This is another thing where they're going to keep talking about it, and we're just going to be like, all right, then do it. Shut up. Nobody cares after 3 times. You know, they're going to keep talking about it. Well, we got to get together with the other navies and militaries, and we must come up with a plan in case they accidentally set off, look, supposedly UFOs have been seen, and it's been documented, over nuclear facilities, places where they could launch them. What do they call those places? The silos. They've, back in the 80s, I think there was one UFO that went over one of these places, and it started the countdown, you know. Then it stopped, and then it turned back everything back on, and everything was fine. It was starting the launch codes. So, if UFOs, aliens, whatever, have the capability to do that, then they're not accidentally going to start a nuclear war. So we need to get together. Now, I understand that they're thinking of everything that can go wrong with the aliens. Why are they thinking this scenario? Why not thinking a peaceful scenario? Doesn't that bring up another red flag for you? Why don't they think of something positive? Why does it have to be negative? To put fear into you. Start the fear process. It's a long process. They got a long way to go, but they just started it. It just started last week, 2 weeks ago, when they said they were going to try to prevent an accidental nuclear war from being created. That to me sounds like an accidental false flag alien invasion. Sounds like it. There's going to be a nuclear explosion, and they're going to blame it on the aliens. Oh, they accidentally did it. They were juggling. Yeah, they were juggling a couple of the warheads, and one slipped out, and it landed in, I don't know, St. Louis, took down the Ark. You know, the Blues were a good hockey team. Sorry, Dave. It's that time of year, preseason. But, that's what I see them thinking. If they want to get the narrative out there that they could start an accidental nuclear war, that's how you start it. Just haphazardly throwing this shit up in the air. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know, I pretty much talked about everything. So I'm going to show you a video real quick. All right, you want to have fun? Let's have a little fun, because we're going to be doing in a few the remote viewing. I'm going to remote view some of you in the chat room. No joke. It's a real thing. Real. All right, I'm looking for this video. Okay, here it is. Hold on a second.
UFO issue?
Uh-oh. I think you heard it. It's a new one. There he is. Look at him. Look at that. It's a face only a dog would lick.
Has Donald Trump failed the American people on the UFO issue?
Already I don't like him. If I didn't know him, I wouldn't have liked him right now. Blaming Trump. Can this guy not catch a break? 4 seconds in, and the guy's already blaming Trump. 4 seconds. How is this poor president ever going to get a break? They're going to make his life miserable for... Too bad he's going to win.
Has never been a better opportunity within American history for a president to talk positively about the UFO issue president to talk positively for a president to talk positively about the UFO to talk positively about the to talk positively president to talk positively about the UFO positively to talk positively about the UFO issue than there is now. Not only that, but by Trump failing to sufficiently talk about the UFO issue, he is choosing, whether he's conscious of it or not, to miss out on one of the greatest legacies any president could possibly have. That being talking about the UFO issue consistently.
Now, I heard that he had to shave his beard because ticks, something like that. Lice? Is that what it was? But I thought you had to shave all your hair up. But there's something scabbing over here. I'm afraid all this had to come off because of that. I don't know. I just hear things.
And in depth. We know the UFOs are real. Ask David Fravor. Ask Ryan Graves. Ask Danny Acoin. We know it's real, so why is he not talking about it? Before I go deeper into the colossal mistake that President Trump is making, I want to go over some political figures who have done what President Trump is failing to do.
Here's a guy who wouldn't know a political shit if he took it. Is talking about how, dude, I'm Jesus. Like, he would know if this is, it would be the biggest mistake if Trump talked about them and not had the information, dillhole. God, Ryan. God. UFO Jesus. He mows my lawn.
On April 2nd, 2014, former President Bill Clinton went on the Jimmy Kimmel Show and stated the following. We know there are billions of stars and planets literally out there, and the universe is getting bigger. In the last 2 years, more than 20 planets have been identified outside our solar system that seem to be far enough away from their suns and dense enough that they might be able to support some form of life.
Hey, look, it's a rapist. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
So it makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone. On March 24th, 2016, former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton went on the Jimmy Kimmel Show and communicated that if she was elected president, she would do the following. And this is a direct quote from her. Ooh. Go into those UFO files and hopefully make as much of that public as possible.
Holy shit, is that a murderer? Oh, I was talking about Jimmy.
If there's nothing there, let's tell people there's nothing there. If there's something there, unless it's a threat to national security, I think we ought to share it with the public. On April 19, 2016, Hillary Clinton went on the radio show The Breakfast Club.
There is nothing more odd and paranormal than this video still. Which one of us is not like the other? Pick it right here. It's the one she calls a mother. Look at him. Oh, God. She hates black people. Hates him. Biggest racist. I digest.
And on it, radio personality Charlemagne the God asked her, when you become president, are you really going to tell the American public the truth about UFOs? Hillary responded, yes. And she goes on to explain part of why I'm going to do.
Of course I'm going to tell you guys about UFOs and aliens because I'm not going to be president. She knew she wasn't going to be. The only person who didn't realize they were going to be president was Trump. Even he was shocked.
Do this is because I'm curious and I want to know what the UFO files have to say about the truth on UFOs. Then Charlemagne the God asked her, and do you believe the phenomenon is real? Hillary responded, I don't know. I want to look into the UFO files and see what they have to say. But enough people have stories of seeing UFOs that she doesn't think that they're all just sitting around the kitchen table making stories up. Hillary goes on to say, people see things, what they see, I don't know, but we really ought to give the American people information so that they have a better understanding what's going on. That is the right course of action.
That's all, folks.
So that they have a better understanding what's going on. So that they have a better understanding what's going on. That is what's going on. That is the right course of action. What's going on? That is the right course of action. It was a meaningful exchange, and I hope President Trump follows in these footsteps. I hope other politicians follow in these footsteps, because it really makes no sense ignoring this subject when it's about a phenomenon that
they're sitting on at a card table. That's true, Fritzy. They're at a freaking card table. See, this is why radio doesn't pay. Radio doesn't pay. Is this somebody's house? I mean, even these Jicky Jack microphones are not the best you could buy. Yeah. This is The Breakfast Club? Is this on real radio, or I don't know.
That is 100% real, totally exists.
Boy, he looks like he's gained a lot of weight, doesn't he? He looks like he's gained at least 25 pounds.
And throughout
of chalk,
the entire world impacts people probably on a daily basis, whether that be impacting them physically, mentally, and perhaps even spiritually. In the 2 years leading up to the presidential election, presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton spoke so much about the UFO issue that there were 400 articles written up about it. Here is John Podesta in 2002 at the National Press Club talking about the right of the American people to know what the American government has discovered in their investigations on the UFO presence.
I think it's time to open the books on questions that have remained in the dark, on the question of government investigations of UFOs. It's time to find out what the truth really is that's out there. We ought to do it really because it's right. We ought to do it because the American people, quite frankly, can handle the truth. And we ought to do it because it's the law.
Here's John Podesta's famous regret tweet. He published this on the way out the door of being President Obama's advisor for 14 months. Finally, my biggest failure of 2014, once again not securing the disclosure of the UFO files. Hashtag the truth is still out there. CC at New York Times Dowd. Why are you not tweeting about the aliens?
Haven't you noticed he's not using his hands as vigorously?
Trump, could you imagine how he could raise the awareness on this issue if he wanted to? Here is an example of what he could do, but for some reason doesn't.
Oh.
Have you listened to what our great Navy pilots have been saying about their encounters with UAP in 2004 off the coast of San Diego and in 2015 off the eastern seaboard? As the Commander-in-Chief of the United States military, I pledge to get to the bottom of it. Going to be huge. Recently, presidential hopeful Andrew Yang was asked by the Conway Daily Sun what he thinks about UFOs.
Oh my God.
Here's how he answered.
Who
I'm very
cares?
curious about UFOs. I have a feeling they probably do exist. By contrast, on December 19th, 2017, just 3 days after the New York Times revealed that the close of Project Blue Book was not the last effort by the United States government to study UFOs, President Trump's press secretary was asked the following question.
You know, just watching him makes me want to punch a baby. I always wanted to say that. He does. He makes me very angry inside. I feel very, very hateful thoughts when I watch that kid. Ooh, cuckoo, cuckoo. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'd like to get in her shorts. I think I just peed myself. Did I just get hit with some urine? Hey, that was my... Yeah, that's right.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I feel like I already want to pass on this question, given that you've got...
Boy, she's a kooky little one, isn't she? Look at that kind of quirky little mouth. She's interesting looking fella.
Or not.
Sarah Sanders.
Speaking of women.
On June 15, 2019, George Stephanopoulos on...
Do you know him hitting that gong got him about another 10 subscribers just for that bong alone? Bong. That bong. What, bong?
Good Morning America asked President Trump about UFOs.
You and I, we know we disagree about that, but we have a whole day ahead to go on this. Before we go, one of the things you have as president is the access to all the information in the world, all the mysteries out there. And I was just struck in the last couple of weeks, we're reading more and more reports of Navy pilots seeing lots and lots of UFOs. Have you been briefed on that? What do you make of it?
I have. I think it's probably... I want them to think whatever they think. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Days later, Trump went on the Tucker Carlson show and reiterated his position.
You gave an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it.
I will say that without question, it is disappointing.
First of all, Trump was about to say he does. Watch.
I want them to think whatever they think.
UFOs. Have you been briefed on that? What do you make of it?
I have. I think it's probably...
I think it's probably true, is what he was going to say. By the way, he does wear a toupee. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. And I thought, I don't know how I missed it. Jimmy Kimmel pulled on his hair, and then when Trump went to pull his head away to sit back up, the whole thing fell sideways, and he was completely bald underneath this thing. So he is bald. Look. Right there. That whole thing went whoop.
I tend to doubt it.
I will say that without question, it is disappointing that in the most opportune time in American history for a president to take the lead on the UFO issue.
I got to be honest with you. Would it be okay, and I'm just going to ask, would it be okay if I don't play any more of this tonight? Just a thought, because I can't do it. There's one other thing I want to play. And then we'll do the remote viewing. Because remote viewing, I'm going to need at least 30 minutes for the whole thing. Minimum. Hold on, I'm pulling something up. First of all, I'm going to play this for a few minutes. And I'm going to get set up so I could have a legitimate table to do it. Because I got to move things around. So... this is going to be like a break in the show. I'm just going to play something on 5G. Oh, shoot. I never did the Super Soldier. All right, let's do that instead. I'll play that video.
And some technology that would help the defense Advanced Research Projects Agency is working on a super soldier program, a $3 billion super soldier program to be exact. The project got started to help make a metabolically dominant soldier. So, in layman's terms, the military is studying on how to use technology and biology to combine man, machine, and science to transcend the limits of the human body. The project director was actually quoted saying, "My measure of success is that the International Olympic Committee bans everything we do." So basically, he wants to create soldiers that are so beyond any normal person's limits, they would be considered superhuman, and therefore wouldn't be allowed to compete in the Olympics, which is both scary and a dream come true all at the same time. Because yes, we'd have real life Captain Americas, but let's face it, it's only a matter of time before it ended up in the wrong hands, and boom, we have real-life supervillains. As far as what they're working on gear, gadgets, and suits that are things Tony Stark would make. The wearable gear would enable running at 100-meter Olympic sprinter speeds for hours on end, along with giving the person a 7-foot vertical leap. The capability of wall crawling, which, being the huge Spider-Man fan I am, I say heck yeah to that one. Also, flight and enhanced strength, which is probably the two top things people would want if asked what superpowers they could have. Not to mention invisibility and being able to carry huge weapons on your back, kind of like War Machine. But I did say this was a super soldier program, meaning they're trying to alter the genes within our bodies to make humans stronger and superhuman without the help of gadgets. And I meant what I said because I don't lie. And also because they're doing just that. They're working on drugs and genetic enhancements and some technology that would allow for regeneration just like Lizard from Spider-Man, faster healing just like Wolverine, enhanced strength just like Captain America, and even something that would make you like the God of Thunder Thor, where you can operate without sleep for days without lack of performance. They're even talking about fixing your cells so that you can live off your fat, which sounds gross, but it's cool at the same time. They're saying spin-off drugs could also be made from it to use in the $40 billion a year weight loss industry in the US. So imagine being able to play all the Call of Duty and Halo you want while sipping down on some Red Bull and Mountain Dew and never gain weight. That sounds like a dream to me. What's also a major focus is helping soldiers' body to deal better with trauma and physical injury. One idea in development is a pain vaccine. Researchers are hopeful that these vaccines will be able to block the senses of pain for almost a month. It would block the pain in less than 10 seconds. So let's say you're in war and you get stabbed, you would only feel the pain for less than 10 seconds before the vaccine kicks in, and then boom, no more pain. It supposedly doesn't stifle your reactions either. If you were to touch a hot stove, you still would have the initial shock, your hand would automatically jerk away, but after that, the pain would be gone. DARPA says they have already hit its first milestones in animal testing and are preparing reports for scientific conferences. One of my favorite things that they're developing is something that's straight out of Marvel Comics' S.H.I.E.L.D. They're making new body armor that's filled with nanomaterials that are connected to a computer. It's basically computer-controlled liquid armor. It would normally be as flexible as regular uniform-made fabric, but like how airbags work in car crashes, it would activate when the system detects a bullet strike and turn as hard as steel in an instant. The fabric could even be woven into nanomuscle fibers that would stimulate real muscles, giving the soldiers an estimated 25 to 35% better lifting capability. So pretty much what I'm saying is Lucius Fox works for DARPA. In conclusion, it looks like Stan Lee and all the other great minds of comics were right and our parents wrong. Jack Threads has quickly become the online shopping destination for dudes, and here's why. Everything on the site is up to 80% off, because full price is for suckers. They serve up killer contemporary and street apparel, accessories, and gadgets from brands like Converse, Penguin, and Busted Tees. Shopping is stupid simple, and all styles are curated, so buyer's remorse, it just doesn't happen. And as a viewer of Variant, you can skip the membership wait list and get instant access at jackthreads.com/variant. Did you know that the greats Joe Simon and Jack Kirby are cited for being the first comic book artists to draw a double splash page? They did so in Captain America issue 6. Kirby actually explains in an interview which says the following. Yes, we were always innovating. We did the first double splash page and
All right. Hold on now. I got to get the right thing set up here. There we go. See that? Little cheat never hurt anybody. All right, we got that there. Now, I don't know if I want it on this bright, so let's do this. I know you saw pieces of it. It's okay. I don't know if that's going to be bright enough. Hold on. has to go there, I guess. I don't know if this is going to be good enough. All right. So I got the lighting set up for us. No, I got to get this set up. Oh. Because look what I'm using. The Ouija board. It's going to be underneath. If I sit there, that'll be better, right? There we go. That's good. You can see me working there, right? Don't I have these two set up now? No. I took that one down. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I got it all set up nice because I wanted to give this some sort of authentic feel. And it's going to be hard with the car outside revving up its engines. Anyway, but let me get a little bit of mood music. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, somebody's going to get hit in the chop suey right now because where is it? Where's my music? I had it right here. This is not funny. Is this it? No. Nah, there's a couple of things I want. Is this it? Let me see if nope, that's not it. See, they should be right here at the top and they're not. Is that it? This isn't it. Where is it? God, man. Doesn't anything work out? Here it is. Stupid. I don't understand what happened. Everything was just set up. Oh, right, with the typing. Got it. Stupid. All right, here it. How is it there 1 second and then disappears? I just saw it. I saw it. I don't understand what's going on. It was just on the screen and then it disappeared. This is bizarre. Hold on, let me close out of it. See, if I close out of it, it's going to take forever to open back up. Is this it? This isn't it. I may have to use this, though. No. I'll use it for now. Alright, give me a minute just to think, okay? I got to get myself in tune. So loud in my head. This is dumb. And I'm gonna pick somebody here in a minute. It could be the Ouija board in front of me. Could be. Now I'm not using the Ouija board. The only thing I'm using it for is the energy that I'm going to put the piece of paper on, and you'll see me drawing stuff. Hey, how you doing, asshole? Not you. All right, I'm gonna take the headset off. How much time do I got? All right, I'm here. I just don't want to hear the music, so give me a second. Okay, I am choosing Spook Cat. Spook Cat, you're going to be the first. I am going to draw something, the room you're in. Let's do that. What may come on, what may happen is I may draw things that look familiar to you. It doesn't mean I'm going to draw an exact duplicate of what you're sitting in, but I'm going to try my best. I'm not an artist. But I will try to draw a couple of things that there may be one item in, and I'm already picking up on it. There may be one item in your place that I'm going to draw, which I already have it in my head. So give me 30 seconds. I'm going to put it on the remote view cam. Here we go. That's the piece of paper. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. It's not out of the way. All right. So hold on. I see what looks like maybe something up here like flowers or something. It looks like there's maybe a candle in the middle. This is like where I'm not sure if it's the TV, but a TV's in here. So we'll just say this is your TV. It's in a one unit. Actually, I shouldn't even tell you. I should just draw it and then, well, that's pretty much it already. Does this look like anything? That's right, Trip. We are trying everything on GUFON Radio. Does this look like anything? That's what I see in the room you're in. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's like a wall. It's like a entertainment unit, a one piece. But you put it together. There's a drawer on the bottom, maybe. Put your VHS tapes in there or your beta. TV's that bracket thing in the middle is an old set TV, but no, flat screen. And I'm not getting a see you later, B. Baker. See, he doesn't want to be read, but I can read him everywhere you go. Does that look like a rectangle? Don't be a dick. Spook Cat, you're 100% wrong, and you don't even know it. It's a washing machine. Everybody's got a washing machine. You see what they do? All right. Next. Well, let's get to it. All right, I'm going to take this a little more seriously. I'm not even going to look in the chat room because people want to be dicks. All right, who do I pick now? See, when a remote viewer is wrong, it's not because he's wrong. It's because you're not right. I have never done this before with people. It's always been just inanimate objects, places. I'm going to go to Carlos. So give me a second. I'm going to think, yes, no music. So, sing amongst yourselves. This isn't third phase of Moon where I got to have background music to be entertaining. Here we go. Sorry about that. I didn't mean it. That was not nice. I meant secure team. Okay, shh. Taking this seriously. Who did I say? Carlos. All right. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to draw, and I'm not good at it. I'm telling you, I'm the worst. I don't even know what I'm doing there. So stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a drawer, I'm telling you. Okay, and then what else do I see? This is what I see on, like, right next to you. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Where is the right camera? Here it is. Is it a four-legged cat with udders? That's just the way I drew it. I see a cat. What is it? Look at the face. That's a cat. It's Catmandu. Well, Carlos, I see an animal around you, a small one. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. All right. All right. Let's get a new one here. Now I'm getting hotter. I'm really, if I get into it, forget about it. Now I'm going to come up with two things. Cuz I'm going to play for real now. Now we're all warmed up. Let me bless the paper. Cinema karama tiramaho. Dana vara tira do. Na sanira mariana ko. Paper. Remote viewing. Shana na 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 na. Shana na na na. Shana na 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 na. Shana na na na. When it's time to change, got to rearrange. All right. Who's this for? Oh, you're catless. I felt your kitty cat pass away. Oh, good. Okay. Don't do that. You can't go flip-flopping on me. Now, remember what I said. I need truth. I don't want anybody just saying yes just to, So that's what I need. I should do the show like this where it's just hands. I don't know. It's not the same kind of camera. I don't know. All right. I'm really... Remember this game? Oh, no. I wrote on the Ouija board. All right. Here we go. Who's next? How about Mario Heat? Mario Heat. You know what's weird about that, Mario Heat? I was looking for you, didn't even know you were there, and you were asking for me. I'm in a zone. That's right. All right. Hold on now. Let me get into a zone. This is a good one. Okay, Mario Heat. Now, I don't know Mario Heat. I don't know. We don't talk. We don't chat. It's just here in the room, so I legitimately have no clue. But already I envision something, so let me just concentrate and Mario Heat. All right, here we go. Okay. Doing pretty good. This isn't my forte drawing, so what you're seeing is, honestly, I have no idea if this is going to come out right, but I'm trying, and I think you'll know once you see it, because this is what's for you. I'm even doing a little detail on this, and I don't even need to. That's how positive I am I'm right on this. All right. So let me do that. Let me do that. Okay. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this would look, but here's what I drew. Whoops. Why would I draw this? It's kind of like an older sports car. I've never drawn anything. I put Z28 because I'm getting an 80s vibe. Are you working on a car? Were you in one today? Something related to this. Mario Heat. There's a little delay, so we'll wait for your answer. I'll get a drink. Anything? Mario Heat. Mario Heat. I'll be honest with you, Rich. There is no car in Z28. I don't even have a car. But but today he said, I was actually thinking about a car and had to cancel my license test appointment because of some schedule. Okay. So don't you think that's a little bit too coincidental? That, to me, is pretty freaking amazing. Why would I draw something about a car, and today you had to deal with something that definitely has to do with cars? I may have caught... Now, let's say I'm an investigator, and I was looking for somebody, and I drew a car as a remote viewer. A car could mean go check the DMV, see if there's any names or anybody, any false identities that come in with a similar name. Maybe they didn't think about it. Check tickets, check, all sorts of different things that can do with cars. Any crashes, depending on the situation. I think that's amazing. See, this is why I believe I am legitimate as they come, even though I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know why I do this? Because I don't believe it. And I think it's interesting. Now, look, we could make and tell ourselves and force things to match up with what I'm doing. But I drew a car that had to do with Mario Heat in one way or another. That means he ain't driving. The car is a legitimate sign I was right. And not only was I right as soon as I saw his name. That's what popped into my head, a car. Now, I don't know what it means. Now, I like to think, okay, maybe the kid's going to buy a car. Or maybe somebody's, but it is odd. So I'm going to do one more. That wasn't bad. I don't think that was absolutely horrible for somebody. Even upside down, it looked good. That is Herman Munster's car. Look at the wheels. It looks like the one that would come with Legos. Not Legos, Lincoln Logs. That front fender bends down. Very aerodynamic. Look at the door handles. They're little circles. See this up here? This is this thing coming off the top, that is the louvers on the hood. You know how some cars have that? All right, let's go to the next one. I don't care what anybody says. That was freaking awesome. And I still feel the good energy. Now, the reason I rip out a new page is because it started fresh. And when I put it on the Ouija board, I'm pulling it off the Ouija board. In case people don't know, me and the Ouija board have a real serious relationship. So much so that my phone, the wallpaper for it is a Ouija board. It's calling me. I'm not even half joking. It's calling me. That's why October 31st, we're gonna have the final throwdown with this Ouija board, and I'm fighting for my life. All right, all the laughing aside, let's pick somebody else. That's a good idea, B. Baker. Keep these drawings after I just crumbled them up. I'm going to go with God of Thunder on this one. Now, why is it every time I want to choose you, I get pushed back immediately? It's unreal. As soon as I looked and saw you, I felt you don't want this, even though you're going to tell me yes, either your soul or something in you does not want this anything from me that has to do with this. And I don't know if it's because your belief in it doesn't have, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say. But I'm going to pick somebody different because of that. I'll try to get back to you. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm like, there's so many things going right through me. Let me just get away from this. Stop touching his board. Okay. I know you don't want it, God of Thunder and Lightning. That's why you're not going to get it. That's why you're not going to get it. There's not a lot of people. There's viewers, but not a lot of people showing their faces in the chat room. And I know I see somebody, PBR. I don't know. All right, let me get back to myself. Hold on. I know you don't want it, God of Thunder. It's immediate. Okay, I'm going to do B. Baker. B. Baker. I don't know what this means, but it's pretty simple. I don't know what this means. Just give me a second. I wish you guys can see it, but it's good. You just see me doing this. That's good enough. You can't see it, which is kind of cool. I did it upside down. How weird. That is weird. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Okay. Almost done for you. Yeah, I'm just not being perfect, but I just want it to look cool. Best I know how. Here's what I see for you. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if this means anything. What I see is like plate of food, a fork and a spoon, and a glass of drink. I don't know if you were just out dinner, ate dinner. I know I'm talking just recently, like within a few minutes maybe, or during the show. But what I was thinking was chicken and rice or some sort of halfway decent meal. Why there's a spoon, I don't know if you use it for applesauce or maybe pudding snack afterwards. I'm naming my dinner. So I don't know. That was for B. Baker. Tard vision? It is tard vision. I like that, actually. Tard vision. It's not. Don't ever say that again. I almost sounded like the old Indian man. Oh, there we go. Let's see if that works for the Oh, that's too bright. But that's good. I like it. The UFO lamp. So B. Baker's not around. B. Baker has left the building, so I don't know if he saw what I drew for him, but I'm going to put it aside. PBR, you're next. PBR Street Gangbang. You're next. And for you, I'm changing the lights. A little more purples for you. You gotta be freaking kidding me, B. Baker. You mean you're getting ready to eat? And I just drew that? Looks like tater tots in there to me. A little bit. A little bit. Napkin, fork, spoon, and there's your drink. Look at that drink. Swirling around in there. Looks like could be a couple of worms. Come on, man. That's pretty good. Holy Richie from Boston. You got that right. Thank you. Thank you, Fritzy. Are we ever going to believe this is happening? Like, I mean, can I really remote view? There's a course that teaches you how to do it. I have this 3 CD course, which is ridiculously long. I know it's like 3 hours. And you don't need it. Although you do need it. But you need the 3 hours to learn every detail. But then once it's all said and done, as soon as I sit down, remote viewing starts that quick. I've always thought I was a better remote viewer than I was like reading people. Now, if I was standing next to you in an elevator or walking past you in a crowd, I would feel everything you feel. Believe me, I've done it before. And that's just because I'm looking at people's faces, looking at their body language. That's all it is. Really, this is different. This, to me, seems a little more fun. I like this. That's amazing. B. Baker's just now getting ready to eat dinner. Come on, man, guys. And I didn't rip it up. In case you know, let me write B. Baker's meal. And I'm going to write the date. 9/18/19. What time was that? About 8:36. 36 p.m. PT. And I still have the one I did. Oh, that's all I have. Don't I have the other one? No, that's the first one I saved. Pretty much right on target, I would think. Now, if I would have said those were potatoes, that'd be freaky. And I hope, I really do, that B. Baker is 100% honest, as he always is. I just get nervous when I get things right because who am I to get things right? That ain't right. It's all wrong. This isn't happening. All right, shh. My candles are thinning. Let me get back to my thought. I'm going to do one more. I have to pick the person, so Hold on, I need a little juice. Hold on, I need a little bit of Benoit. Oh no, I dropped Benoit. Oh, that was just Ben. I dropped Benoit. Oh God, I'm banging these around like I never have before. That's so weird. It's the Ouija board doesn't like them. I'm not supposed to bang the balls either. All right, let me do my right hand because I'm right-handed. There's one without touching. I can't do it without touching. They got it. Oh my God, I've never done this. The Ouija board's throwing it out of my freaking hand. I'm telling you. I've never once banged these that hard. Once, twice, yet 3 times. Ben is injured. Ben Roethlisberger really is. All right, let me pick somebody. What do you do after work, Tony? It doesn't work like that, though. You go play video games. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to me. A racing game. I don't know. What does he do right after work? I don't know. I'm doing remote viewing. I'm not in that train of thought. But let me try to figure out what you do after work. Don't say anything yet. Their middle name is End. Ben and Wa. The Ouija board doesn't work. All right, I'm going to draw what Tony does after work. As soon as he said it, this came to me. And I am going to do my best, but I have one thing that came in my mind. And I'm just going to draw one thing that'll tell us exactly what it is. And I don't know if I'm right. Oh. God, I am not feeling good. My stomach is really freaking out right now. Man. All right, I'm almost done. This is the only way I can describe it because I'm not an artist, Tony. And I don't think I'm right. Something's happening. I'm getting really bad acid reflux for no reason at all. Working out? Is that what you do right after work? I don't know. It was either that or it was video. It was like something to do with videos. These are parlor tricks. I wish I knew magic that way. So we'll wait for his answer. And then I'll tell you why I thought of that answer. Just waiting for him to answer. I thought it was kind of interesting. I mean, either way, if I get this wrong, I was 50%. And the 2 that I got, I really enjoyed. I thought I did rather well. I'll take 50% out of 4. I bet you if I did 10, I'd have about 4 out of 10. 5, maybe 5. Let's say about 4. I don't know. Because I start second guessing myself is what happened, especially with this one. When somebody, that's why I don't do well when people ask to be read. When they ask to be read, on the floor my weight stands beside the desktop. You're in your studio after work. Well, that's what I was saying. It's either you're on the computer, I see it, or you're working out. And the reason I thought of working out, because a lot of people work out after work. So to me, that was logical. So I used the logical sense. That's why when people say, read me, what do I do? What did I do yesterday? It doesn't work like that with me. I found out the best thing for me to do is to go in with a clean slate. But I have to admit, that wasn't too bad. I give myself I got 2.5 out of 4 correct, right? I didn't think I did that bad. See, that's remote viewing. Like, let's say this was part of a police investigation, okay? Now, if I drew this about Tony, the cops would be thinking, all right, we need to check the gyms. There's something to do with weights. Oh, man, he used that weight. Maybe it comes into play somehow. Or maybe it gives them one step closer to solving a clue, solving a mystery with this clue. I can't even think. My brain is scrambled right now. I see I see fire. Not because of the candles. Fire on the ocean. Fire in the ocean. I see that. Like there was an accident. It just came to me. See, that's what I don't understand. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. That weight stands right under my desktop. That's trippy. Hey, Tony, before I get out of here, when you go into your studio, what are you doing? Are you playing guitar or are you on the computer? What is it you do? That is the question. So check this out. What's today? This Friday. Is it this Friday? Yeah, it is. He's working on freaking computer shit. I am awesome. I am awesome. Because originally I was going to do a computer screen. I even mentioned it. I don't know, and I said it. I'm stuck between two places, and they were both really there. I should have drew them both. So, I forgot to go over UFOlogy 101. I really don't want to do it. We'll do it next time. I don't want to talk anymore about ufology. I'm all burnt up, toasted. That was fun. Hold on, let me put these back on. So Friday, I am filling in for Dave on Spaced Out Radio. Then next Monday, I'm filling in for Dave on Spaced Out Radio. And then next Friday, I'm filling in for Dave on Spaced Out Radio, along with doing my Saturday show. I will be doing, hosting the roundtable, not this Friday, but in 10 days. So I will be possibly contacting some of you to see if you'd like to be on the show, on the roundtable. I'm going to get together with Dave and figure out how many people we can have. But it'll be me and Everett, and I think we're just going to get 3 more people. So some of you may get contacted out there. Capiche? So that's going to be awesome, hosting the roundtable show. I swear to God, it's like a wet dream coming true. All right, guys, I'm going to head out of here. Good show. That was fun tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me, Rich Giordano, GUFON Radio stream. I will be back Saturday on Spaced Out Saturday, and I might have a guest for sure. It'll be very wooish. Very woo. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this. I just want to talk about the woo. on Spaced Out One Night. Anyway, if you want to donate to the show, you can go to GUFON.org. Just scroll down a little bit. If you want to join GUFON Network, go to GUFON.net and become a member of the GUFON, Giordano's UFO Network, and be a part of the community. You asked for it. You got it. And visit me on Facebook and Twitter. And visit me here every Monday and Wednesday. This is GUFON Radio Stream, saying goodnight on Wednesday night. See ya Friday, Spaced Out Radio, and Saturday, and Monday. It's never ending. Calgon, take me away. See you guys.
I do go backwards. I go backwards, forwards, sideways also. So I want to talk about something else with you, though. I said music. I don't know why about music. Did you not do music? Were you going to do music when you were younger and you stopped doing music?
No.
Okay, you never wanted to play the piano?
No.
Okay, who was that wanted to play the piano?
Most kids, when they're young, their parents try to get them to play an instrument. It'll culturize you. It'll make you get culturized. You could hang out with high society, Richie. Hey, learn how to play the piano. You want to play the piano? We have an accordion. You got your you got your father's accordion? They wanted me to learn how to play an accordion. An accordion? What am I, a monkey? I'm a little monkey? I'm a monkey. Give me an accordion and I'll stand outside and I'll do psychic readings for you. That's the only monkey I hear.